How tall was Messi at 19? Coming up. There isn't a football fan in the world who hasn't heard of Lionel Messi. In fact, there are probably very few people across the globe who haven't heard of the little Argentinian magician, football fans or not. Such is his fame. Those who are familiar with football will know Messi suffered from a growth deficiency, which probably explains why there are lots of questions on the internet about his height, including how tall was Messi at 19? Here, we take a look at the medical condition that could have deprived us of one of the greatest players ever and chart his growth along the way. So let's dive in. At the age of 19, Lionel Messi was 5 feet 7 inches tall, or about 170 centimeters. This was to be his final height, but it could have been much different. At the age of 11, he was 4 feet 4 inches tall and was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency. He was told without treatment in the form of monthly hormone injections, he would never grow to more than 4 feet 7 inches. Lionel Messi's early years. Lionel Messi was born in Rosario, the largest city in the central Argentinian province of Santa Fe, on the 24th of June in 1987. It became obvious early on that beneath the unassuming facade, the young boy had something special. Normally quiet and shy, put a ball at his feet, and he came alive, doing things that no other boy his age could do. Messi recalls getting his first football. "I got given my first football when I was very young, 3, maybe, or 4, he said. It was a present, and from then on it was the only present I ever wanted, Christmas, birthday, or whatever, just a ball. When he was 4 years old, Messi went to watch his brothers play at the local club Grandoli. As the team prepared for their game, they found themselves a player short. Coach Salvador Aparicio looked up and saw Messi with his ball. He was tiny, but he had no other option and needed someone to fill the empty position. And they never looked back. He had something since he was born. It was stunning what they saw him do at the age of 4, David Treves, the club's president, said. He was doing the kinds of things that he does today, but then the ball came up to his knees. It was incredible. Joining Newell's Old Boys. In 1996, when he was almost 9 years old, Messi joined Newell's Old Boys, the club he had always supported. He was a shining star of a youth team known as the 1987 Machine, named as that was the year of birth of all the players. He scored over 500 goals in his 6 years at the club, and the 1987 Machine lost just one game in that time. However, it was during this period that concerns about Messi's diminutive stature grew. In 1996, when Messi joined Newell's Old Boys, he was 4 feet 4 inches. He was the smallest player in his age group, but he wasn't drastically smaller than his compatriots. 2 years later, though, at the age of 11, he hadn't grown at all, and now the height difference was becoming noticeable. A diagnosis. Newell's Old Boys referred him to endocrinologist Diego Schwartzstein, and Messi was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, or GHD. GHD is a condition caused by a hormone deficiency and affects as few as 1 in 10,000 children. Without treatment, Schwartzstein told him Messi would not grow any taller than 4 feet 7 inches. Thankfully for Messi and all football lovers out there was treatment available. Daily injections of a growth hormone enable those affected by GHD to grow to a normal height. And so Lionel Messi began a routine of daily injections, something he recalled years later. "I injected my legs once every night," he said. "I started at 12 years old, and it was not something that left an impression on me." However, the diagnosis of GHD was just the start of the journey for Messi. Whilst there was treatment available, paying for the treatment was the next stumbling block. The treatment was reasonably new, having only been available commercially for 20 years, and the cost of $1,500 per month was unaffordable in the long term for Messi's parents Jorge and Celia, a factory worker and a part-time cleaner. The family managed a couple of payments, as did Newell's Old Boys, but with the club aware of his talent but skeptical as to whether the hormone treatment actually would make a substantial difference to Messi's height, they were unwilling to make a long-term investment. Trial at Barcelona. With the family wanting to continue the treatment and aware of Messi's potential, they managed to arrange a trial for him with Barcelona, where they had family. Messi was 13, and the trial was a pivotal moment not just for his football career, but for his life. He scored 5 goals, and all it took was a couple of minutes for the club to make a decision on him, as Carles Reixach, Barcelona's technical director at the time, recalls. "In 2 minutes, I saw his speed, his skill, and decided we would sign him." Such was Barca's desperation to sign Messi. A contract was drawn up on a napkin at dinner, part of which included the club agreeing to pay for his treatment. So Messi joined Barca's famed La Masia Youth Academy alongside players as Cesc Fabregas and Gerard Pique. There was still some opposition from board members at Barcelona, though. They resented paying his medical expenses, which were more than any player at their academy earned, and thought Messi, with his fragile frame and short stature, would never play at the very top level. Of course, they were soon proved wrong. And the rest is history. Just before his 15th birthday, Messi completed his treatment and continued to grow for a couple more years. He now stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, exactly average for an Argentinian male, and a foot taller than the height of Dr. Schwartzstein said he would have been without the hormone treatment. Messi joined Barca's U14 squad in March of 2001, and in his first full season, he scored 36 goals in 30 games and was part of a side that won a treble. Such was Messi's talent that he made his debut for Barcelona's first team on the 16th of November in 2003, aged 16 years and 4 months, in a friendly against Jose Mourinho's Porto. This was before he actually made his debut for Barcelona's C team, which came on the 29th of November in 2003. In February 2004, he signed his first professional contract with a buyout clause of €30 million. This buyout clause increased to $80 million a month later when he made his debut for Barcelona B. By now, the whole club was aware of his prodigious talent, and in October of 2004, senior players told manager Frank Rijkaard to promote him to the first team. On the 16th of October in 2004, he became the youngest player to play for Barcelona in an official match. He was 17 years, 3 months, and 22 days old when he came on against Espanyol. He added another record to his collection in May of 2005, scoring his first goal and becoming, at the time, the youngest player to score for the club. That was to be the first goal of many. By the time he left the club in 2021, he had scored 672 goals, delivered 266 assists, and set many records that are unlikely to ever be broken again. So how tall was Messi at 13? By 13, it is thought that Lionel Messi was 5 feet tall. And how tall was Messi at 15? By 15, Lionel Messi was estimated to be around 5 feet 3 inches tall. By 19, Lionel Messi had reached 5 feet 7 inches and was not to grow any further. Although he is still considered fairly short by many, it was at the time the average height for an Argentinian male and a foot taller than the height he was expected to reach without the growth hormone treatment he started at the age of 11. Are you interested in buying a Lionel Messi shirt? Check out the range of retro Barcelona shirts for sale we have for you in the description below.